I have undone nearly all the knots. As I unpick the casket of your brain, each hitch unsticks another name. Brush-footed butterflies, stained with your insane pride. This is a task for a woman who knows how to weave. When flax shakes its blue cups into wind, hoik it root raw from the ground, then weight it down. Best to ret the flax in bog or pond, let it succumb to the persistent thumb of rot, then dry it out. Use a mallet to break the stubborn fibres, drive off the shive with a scratching knife, then get the heckle. Drag the flax across its tines, abrade and split its sinews, strike it against wet stone, being always improved in proportion as it is beaten. Then look at her. Are you familiar with your daughters? 50 monarch butterflies streaming skywards, 50 names to choose from. She cannot be my Hypermnestra, tresses poured into marble, her dancer's muscles purling through immaculate skin. Lynceus took my eldest to lay between the sheets and let her sleep, the only bed to wake white in the morning. No, she is more like Amymone, she of the golden urn, glazed with the curse of obedience, crazed like a mother's heart. Poseidon's idle dalliance, and now the spring of her uncle's tears, her buttocks offered for cousinly lust, her crotch sheathing a hidden knife. But perhaps she is Cleopatra, glory of the father, who finds herself not herself, bowing to your atavistic will. Though it could be Rhodia, who wears this body that speaks its volumes, envelope for her spirit, whose seal runs a line of her back, beginning at the crack and ending at the tip of a tongue. Scour her face. She is cast like your Skya, slight as the dawn she leant into the back of the sword to give it death's press. She'd never even wrung the neck of a chicken, and there was her new husband spouting red, red, red. Her eyes were washed over, and now she reads as the gaze sees a blank page of Hades. Look at her. She is Gorgophone, white as my cheek, whiter than the bite of our wedding quince. She is one of mine. I have forever been her birth. I have drawn charcoal brow to brow. I have burnished her with lemon oil. I have stroked her nails like petals. I have flared a mother's torch. I have poured sacred water into the bottomless amphora to bless her underground. I have no more halves. I have some questions. Did you ever falter? Did the gift of 50 knives to slaughter 50 nephews not stick in your gullet? How strong is a man's neck? Does the red arc of death stretch tight its smirk to hold emotions in check, or does it spew forth bright specks? How heavy is a head? Does it sink or bob? Slide deep in the sludge bed to nurse its grudge against God, or nudge skies to grin wet dread? In truth, your daughter's house has many doors, its floors strewn with chaos, lined with pickling jars to souse the skull of each luckless spouse. You are a warrior, yet you thrust your coppice in this girl's inferior fist. Such is the man you are. Do not look at me. It is a fine thing, this father's folly, dancing in the scales like a peppercorn, spicing the dreams of my Gorgophene, who sees every hour the Lernaean heads snicking in the Myrish air, all wearing her father's face. Hold her in your mind's eye. The marsh has done its retting. Our tete-a-tete has wiled away the scutching. I have improved you. And so comes the heckler to comb your flesh, for me to spin and splice, laying the length of you to my loom. Our daughter will be wrapped in a chiton, warped by her father.